Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. Yesterday, Seamus Burke, another one of our pastors, shared an excellent presentation about St. Patrick, and it was filmed here in the same location where I am today, which is the Old Abbey in Drogheda, in Old Abbey Lane, just off St. Patrick's Well Lane. And this was reputed to be the spot where St. Patrick first presented Christianity to the people of Drogheda. This is also the spot where our church, Solid Rock Church, was founded in January 1994. Our first ever church meeting, constituted as a church, took place in a basement just behind me here. And just to give you a bit of the background to that, when I first came to Ireland, it was earlier, it was the year before, it was in March of 1993. And at that time, there was a pub with a nightclub attached called the Linen Hall Bar down by the River Boyne. And we booked that. It was the only place where we could book to hold gospel meetings. We brought a team of people over from England. And nobody had ever heard of this before, a church booking a nightclub. But we had a series of meetings in that bar. And it was crowded out. I mean, it was a mad place. You've never seen a more unlikely place for a church to commence activities in a town. There was like half of a Volkswagen Beetle welded to the wall, looked as if it had crashed through the wall. And there we presented the gospel with drama, with song, with mime, and preaching the word of God. And people responded, and people gave their lives to Jesus. And it had an impact, a lasting impact on many people's lives. Also that night, also on those 3 nights, things did not quite go according to plan, in that I had my wallet stolen. And basically inside that wallet were all the tickets for the team that had come across from England. They'd all come across in vehicles and everything else. And their tickets to get the ferry back to England again had all been stolen from in my wallet. The amount of money in my wallet was negligible. I was broke. But the theft of those tickets hit us really hard, because the church from which I had been sent forth to come to Ireland in the north of England, they had basically taken up an offering, and we had some finances ready to start the planting of a church. And I had to use every single penny of those finances to buy fresh tickets. You know, this was before the days of computerization. There was no way that we could prove that we really had bought those tickets. Once the tickets were gone, the only option was to buy new ones. And I can remember, here we were planting the church, and it was like everything was going wrong around us. Yes, we had the meetings in the nightclub. Yes, people gave their lives to Jesus. That was all exciting. Yet, to have every bit of material support stripped away. And so I had to take the money that I had got ready for the planting of a church here in Drogheda, and had to use it to purchase the tickets for the team to return back to England again. And I can remember as we went up north and as they sailed off, I can remember watching them go. And I don't think I've ever felt more alone in my life. I was here expected to plant a church, had no financial resources. The money that we had, it all had to go on to replace the stolen tickets. And I just knew that we had to rely on Jesus Christ and on Him alone. And I just want to say, 26 years later, He has never failed us. That today the church is prospering. Today the church is growing. Today we've seen so many people's lives over these last 26 years touched by the ministry and outreach from Solid Rock Church. And yet it looked the most unlikely thing possible whenever my wallet was stolen that night in the nightclub attached to the Linen Hall Bar. I want to encourage you. It may seem sometimes that you're trusting God to do something in your life and it all seems to be going in the wrong direction. I would say trust God. He will bring it to pass. If the vision is of Him, then He will bring it to pass. Please join us again tomorrow, because I want to finish this introduction to how Solid Rock Church in Drogheda actually started.